Good morning, YouTube. This is George with the Cross Country Mission. Hope you're doing well. Today's Saturday, September 29, 2018. Yeah, I just drove down the road. Got about 3 hours left in this drive. I don't know, the Lord He's been putting it on my heart, but I just haven't known how to approach it. You know, I'm just going to tell you the story about what happened over in Sodom and Gomorrah, just for those of you that don't know it. You know, we're kind of a small community here now. We've got like 44 people, so that's cool. We get about average of 10 people watch each video, which is cool. So anyways, you know, this video is not made out of hate. It's made out of love. I'm just, you know, I've got family members that's kind of twisted up in this lifestyle. You know, it could have happened to any one of us. It may be happening to you right now. I mean, it could have got me too. It's just, you know, but luckily the Lord, you know, come and saved me from everything that I was twisted up in, and I'm grateful to Him for it. But anyways, so Sodom and Gomorrah. So here's what I know of it, and I know this from reading the Bible. I believe the Bible. I believe Jesus. I believe God the Father. I believe the Holy Spirit dwells in each and every one of us. But all right, so there was these two angels, right? And God had sent these angels. They was in human form. They was going over here. Well, let's go back to Lot. Lot and Abraham. Lot is Abraham's son, or not son, but nephew. They had been raising sheep and herds of animals and whatnot. And they each had their own herdsmen, and their flocks had gotten so big that Abraham told Lot, he's like, hey, look, he says, there's no reason for us, our herdsmen and stuff, to be arguing with each other. Let's just go ahead and separate. If you want to go that way, then I'll go this way. And if you want to go this way, then I'll go that way. He says, but there's no need for our herdsmen and stuff to be arguing, you know. I love you, you know, basically. So, anyways, Lot chose to go by way of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, it's a really nice country over there, and it's beautiful at the time, you know, not like it is now. It was all desert and everything over there. But at that time, it was pretty much like the United States. That's the way I understand it. So anyways, they separated. And the moral fabric of that society had degraded so much, mainly because of money. How God says, you know, money's the root of all evil. Unnatural relationships between men and women, men and animals, men and men, and just, it's just things that are just not natural, and they're definitely not ordained by God or looked upon with favor by God. That's not my opinion. That's the truth. That's just the truth. So anyways, so God sent these two angels because He had, you know, Lot had favor in the Lord's eyes. You know, the Lord loved Abraham. Lot was Abraham's nephew, you know, and he was a righteous man. Every day when Lot woke up and he kind of looked around what was going on, you know, he was disgusted. He talked to the Lord about it. The Lord wanted to get him out of there, so He sent these two guys. All right. So as they was on their way to Sodom and Gomorrah, they stopped by Abraham's house. And Abraham washed their feet, and I think they had dinner and stuff, and I believe they discussed, you know, what was going on. So the next day they got up and they went on to Sodom and Gomorrah. So they get to Sodom and Gomorrah, and a couple of these guys from Sodom and Gomorrah, I think they was real close. I mean, the countries or the towns, whatever. A couple of people saw them come in, and they saw them go over to Lot's house. Well, next thing you know, as the sun starts to go down, that's the way I perceived it, a bunch of them shows up over at Lot's house. I mean, like you can imagine, you know, they're all just sitting there beating on Lot's door, and they're screaming, you know, we want those men. You send them out here to us. And what they was wanting is they was going to force unnatural relationships upon these men. I mean, that's what they was going to do. So Lot hollers out. He's like, hey, he says, just go away, man. He says, we don't want no problems. He's like, I got two beautiful daughters here. I think he had two. He's one or two. Anyways, he had a beautiful daughter, maybe two. He's like, I got these beautiful daughters. He said, they've never had no relationships with no men, nothing like that. He's like, you can have them. He says, just leave these men alone. Because he knew they were angels, you know. He'd already told them what God was going to do, and then they had to get out of there. Well, they kept beating on the door, You know, Lot started getting scared. The angels they blinded every one of them to where they couldn't see. So eventually, over the course of, you know, the next 30 minutes, hour, or whatever, they eventually just kind of all disappeared because they couldn't see. They were all blinded. Well, the next day, you know, they all got up, and the angels were like, all right, let's get out of here, you know, because it's fitting to happen here any minute. And the angels told them, they said, once we start moving, do not turn around and look back. Do not do it. And as they was moving out, you know, Lot and all of his host flock and everything, I mean, all of his herds, everybody was out. Well, his wife, Lot's wife, turned around and looked back. And it says in the Bible that she was turned to a pillar of salt, or stone. I think it's salt. So, anyways, that's a story, and I just want to encourage you to love up on Jesus. You know, He's the mighty God. He is the one. He's the one. He's the one. And it doesn't matter how or what you've done, He loves you. Like I said, He loves you. And I love you too. You get tired of doing what you're doing, run to Jesus, tell Him you love Him. You know, people worship all kind of gods, and there are all kind of gods to worship. You know, but you got to choose the right God. I mean, it's kind of like the wise fisherman, right? I mean, there's a story about that. You know, he pulls in his net, and he's got many, many, many fish. Everybody said, oh, there's lots of fish in there. But the smart fisherman, the smart one, is the big fish. Jesus is that big fish. Anyways, you know, I hope as you go throughout your day-to-day, you kind of look around at the fabric of society, of what's going on. Love each other. And see what the Lord shows you as you start to look around. All right? I love you. Jesus loves you. Have a blessed day. It's George with the Cross Country Mission. Bye-bye.